Hey y'all, this is Kim from Serenity's Kiss. Y'all know me from the Wanna Talk About It podcast. I just wanted to let y'all know that I do have something ready for this weather. I know fall isn't right quite here yet, but you still got those mosquitoes just kind of festering. Come to my shop at Serenity's Kiss. That's on Etsy. I have a Serenity's Kiss fragrance for you all. Citronella lemongrass. It's going to keep the mosquitoes away and it smells really nice. Again, this is Kim with Serenity's Kiss. Y'all know me from Let's Talk About It podcast. Sorry about that. Want to Talk About It podcast. Find us on Spotify. I am right here. If you have any questions, just let us know in the comments. It's good to talk to ya. Goodbye.
And we are back.
We should call this episode The Arraignment.
Well, yeah, part 2, The Arraignment.
Yes, sir.
Kind of like movie sequels.
So, part 2 of The Arraignment. That's what we're going to call this episode. I just want to circle back real quick to the whole situation of you being detained and not really knowing why. And cops fishing for something to get perps on. I had a situation where a mutual friend of ours, Lil Hay, aka Leonard, myself, Leonard, and Will were leaving a mutual friend of ours, Kate Jones's house. There was a party. Leonard had to get home in the morning for a job interview. And so he gets with me and Will because he's like, bro, are you sober? I'm like, yeah, I haven't drank anything tonight. He's like, can you bring me home? I got a job interview in the morning. Now, we're in Killeen, and he has to get to Temple. He can't drive, and because his license is suspended, and he has warrants in Killeen, so he's not trying to be caught driving around.
Right.
I'm like, okay, bro, I got you. So we pile up in the car. We're driving. I'm driving down the road. There's 2 cops in the middle of the road parked, just talking to each other. You know, they're probably on patrol. They stop by each other. And they've got most of the street blocked off. So I have to drive around these cops to get to the turn I need to get to the highway.
Right.
So I drive on the median to go circle around the cops. And it's late at night, so I'm not going crazy fast or anything. The speed limit there is about 30. It's that part of Stanley, right by that the Chevron and the McDonald's. And this is years ago. The speed limit isn't as high as it was now.
Yeah, coming out, heading out. Yeah.
Speed limit's only like 30. I'm doing like maybe 20.
Right.
Because I'm just kind of cruising, keeping things really cool. I go around the cops on the median to get around them. I get in the lane. I'm about to drive, hit this corner, and get to the highway. I get pulled over. Now I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, all my lights are good. Tags are fine. Not that they would have been able to see them. And I'm like, well, is there any reason you're pulling me over? You were driving suspiciously.
Oh, I remember you telling me that story now. Okay.
They get us all out the car. They get us all in cuffs. And so they're running out records. Leonard's got warrants. They put Leonard in a squad car. And they are searching for warrants for me and Will. Will had just cleared up all his. So he had nothing. You hear him on their fucking walkies mention his name. He's like, I know I ain't got no damn warrants. So my shit's paid off.
Right.
Obviously, they probably can see that he had previous stuff on record, and they're not gonna find anything on me. I had no kind of fucking criminal charges. Still don't. I don't have a record at all. And so, when the cops is talking to me, they're frisking all of us, patting us down. I have a bulge in my back pocket. My wallet was full of hundreds. So he's like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, it's my wallet. Why, can I see if it's a wallet or not? Yeah, sure. Obviously you think I got drugs on me or something.
Right.
And don't. Grabs the wallet, he sees it's like $400 in there. And some change. He's like, what's up with all this money? Why do you have all this money on you?
I'm a baller, bro.
Like, why would that matter? First of all, why would it matter if I had money on me? And not that it's any of your business. I'm like, well, officer, I just cashed out a CD today. So, yeah, I've got the cash on me. Had some expenses that need to be paid for. His whole demeanor changed once I said that to him. Oh, shit. I pulled over somebody that's a productive fucking citizen.
You didn't know we knew anything about finances, huh?
Yeah. Now you feel like a jackass. Can I go through your glove compartment? I don't even say anything. Leonard fucking pipes in and is like, nope, you can't. It's locked. I'm like, yeah, it's locked, officer. You can't go through my trunk. You can't go to the glove compartment. All those things require keys to get into. You can look through the car. Ain't nothing.
I know I'm a right, so you're going to need a warrant for that.
There's a Louis Vuitton.
Oh, aren't you smart? What did you win on or something?
I had a fake Louis Vuitton bag in the back. He sees the Louis Vuitton. So he's just thinking drug dealer. Because he sees the nice bag in the back. Whose Louis Vuitton bag is that?
I remember that was the white Suzuki at the time, too, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. That's Leonard just cutting them off every time. That's his. That's my boy's. Is there anything in the back? No.
I got 99 problems, but bitch A1 hit me.
But they were fishing for something to charge us with. They wanted to arrest us all that night. Unfortunately, they got Leonard because he had warrants. But it was a wrongful detainment in the first place. Because they didn't pull me over for anything. I didn't get off with any kind of warning. There was no kind of citation. They literally just pulled us over. And then cuffed us. And then tried to illegally search the vehicle. So, back to that whole situation with you. I really believe that they were fishing for something. Man. They had that warrant on you, but apparently, like you said, that must have got cleared up because you didn't really get arrested. They couldn't get you on the assault charge, obviously. That's kind of spoilers there, folks. My boy didn't get charged with shit. But we'll get into how that fell into place. But please continue, sir.
So what I left off at the check charge, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, man. So I'm resigned to being in here for 48 hours, right? I said, met some cool ass people, had some great conversations. I will say the pod, we all manned up and realized we was in there because our own shit. Nobody blamed nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And that was real good shit. Nobody was rowdy. I mean, there's a few rowdy people that got put in their individual cells. But other than that, we was all straight. We was all chilling. Then before I was getting out of there, we got to talk about our issues with women. And same thing, like I said on the other episode. I looked at all the fellas. I said, y'all realize, right? Man, y'all don't know these guys, you know, Adam from Eve, none of that shit. I looked at all the guys, man, all different creeds and all different, backgrounds and shit. And I'm like, we all fucked up, right? And everybody was like, yeah. I was like, we all saw the signs. And everybody was like, yeah, everybody started laughing and shit. Like, we all saw the signs, fellas. We knew when to stop. Then one other cat, you can tell you about my age, maybe a little older. He was like, one thing that he was like, you know what it was? Everybody was like, huh? He was like, it was the pussy. The pussy was good, man. It's overlooked the red flags. Niggas was like, yeah.
I get you every time, man.
He's like, yeah, we all gotta do better, fellas. We all gotta do better, fellas.
Sometimes it's not worth it. I can know in my own personal experience, I've not run into a lot of those problems. Granted, I haven't been with that many women, so I'm sure if I had a higher body count, I would have had some fucking stories to tell of my own issues. Not that I haven't had any at all, but still, probably way more.
Man. But see, all you need is to learn that, man. All you really need is one body count. Cause my first one, man, some great nights. Maybe overlook some things. Some great apologies.
Hey, I've had my share of things I overlooked, things I probably should have handled different that would have resulted in better results for myself.
But you had some great nights of apologies too.
Yeah, I definitely have gotten apologized to for some bullshit with some of the women I've dealt with. So yeah, absolutely.
Man. So,
but back to the whole you getting out. From my understanding, you were saying that you're about to get out, and they're like, well, we need to check on what's going on because we're trying to take you to back. You're like, nah, bro,
oh yeah, that's
released.
right. That's right. So yeah, so I just got done getting dressed out. I'm freezing my ass off even more now. And dude comes back. He's like, hey man, yeah, you about to get released, man. My bad. Go ahead and sit right here. So at this point, I'm like, dialogue look again, like, what? Come on, man. All right, so now they're finishing booking me in. They do my fingerprints, and they send me back to the pod. And after sitting there for about 2 hours, whatever, they're like, okay, the judge get ready to come out and about doing arraignment. And I'm like, hello, excuse me, I don't even have a charge yet. He's like, you're not on a charge yet. What's your name? I was like, Easterlin. He was like, Easterlin? Okay, I'll check that for you. He got another dude's name. When he checked my shit, came back, said, hey, they got you on 48-hour felony screening. I was like, yeah. And I'm in like hour 36 and some change. He was like, I don't know nothing about that. Well, I'm going to get you out this pod, get you back one of the holding cells. We're seeing a judge today. I'm like,
now, let me pause you there. Now, you were talking to a different person, correct?
Yeah.
So, again, with someone from law enforcement experience, when shifts get switched, as what's likely happened, there probably wasn't a good briefing done. Because that also happens where people don't tell you details. They'll give you kind of the bare minimum, and then you kind of walk into the situation, and then you're looking like a dumbass having to deal with whoever you're holding. I've definitely walked into a situation in corrections where someone tells me, well, this and this happened, but they don't tell me all the details. Then I get on that floor dealing with the inmates, and they're going crazy, and I'm like, hold on, calm down. What the fuck happened? I was told something, but what happened?
Right.
And then it's a whole extra story, and there's a ton of shit that I was not told. And then I go somewhere across the pod to kind of get a second story, someone who hasn't talked to this motherfucker over here. Like, yo, what happened, bro? What's going on over there?
Right.
And it's like, oh yeah, this, and this, and they did this all day, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, bro, are you fucking serious? So they didn't lie to me, but they didn't tell me the whole truth.
Right.
So that, unfortunately, does happen, where all the details aren't being passed on. So I guarantee that's what happened. Yeah. Please continue, sir.
So he pulls me out, puts me back in the pod. Mind you, I'm kind of backtracking a little bit. You see people you run into people you don't expect to see. And for me, that is like a recurrent theme in my life. Like, I'll just be out shopping and run into somebody I ain't seen from high school for 15 years, right?
Right.
So I'm sitting in the pod, chilling, talking, whoop. I see two people coming in. I look up, I'm like, no. Really? Nigga. And he's looking at me like, nigga, you in here? I'm looking at him like, nigga, they got you? So he sits down, right? And I'm like, bro. He's like, what's up? I'm like, just shaking my head like, bro. I know what kind of trouble he's into. So I'm like, bro, you're going down, right? And he's like, yeah, man. How you doing, though? I'm like...
Too damn casual about it, man.
Hey, like I said, everybody in the pod was cool. Everybody was able to accept their shit. Everybody was cool, man. Anyway, what you gonna do? Be upset? Be mad? Be flip out? Nah, man, you gotta accept that shit. So I was like, bro, they got you on a lot of shit, don't they? He was like, yeah, man, like at least this many charges, bro. I was like, yeah, sound about right. So anyway, when they pulled me out the pod, they put me back in the holding cell, and he was in there. So remember, mind you, I was telling him the story before we got separated and whatnot. Uh-huh. So I'm gonna miss retelling the story to him, and I barely got 2 minutes of the story. They come to Easterlin, going home, getting out, let's go. Like, oh, I'll let you nigga. I mean,
yeah.
When I see you, but.
Probably not.
It'll be a while. It's gonna be a while. Let's see to pull some magic trick. But yeah, it's gonna be a while. I'll holler at you. Peace and love, my nigga. If you ever hear this, peace and love, my nigga. Peace and love. Damn, man. But got the fuck up out of there. Quick as fuck.
Of course.
Got dressed back out, was warm as shit. Then walked to the damn subway, man. Had to call my ex-wife on the way out, and I got to give a big shout out to my ex-wife. She was cognizant, and picked up the phone from apparently a Florida number.
Yeah.
Also got to give you props too, because you picked up the phone too.
Yeah. I saw the number. The one time I don't pick up on calls that I recognize, but when the number called me again in quick succession, I figured it's either somebody I know or this might be an important call. So I went ahead and picked it up, and it turns out it was you.
Man. And all I said to him, man, was, hey, look, bro. He's like, what's up, man? Where you at? I was like, man, I'm in that dang Bell County right now, man. He's like, what the fuck happened? I was like, hey, look, first thing we doing, we putting this shit on the pod, bro. I got a story to tell. But yeah, baby mama drama, bro.
Got a quick synopsis of the situation.
Man. Then while I'm in there talking to my ex-wife, whatnot, trying to get the information, what's going on, like, man, what's going on with the detectives? Because on the felony screen, they're supposed to be talking to people. She's like, yeah, they're supposed to get interviews from people. They supposed to come to interview baby girl and whatnot. I'm like, man, I put baby girl through this bullshit, man. Then she was like, did you have your keys? I was like, yeah, I got my keys. They're supposed to take it back to the car. She was like, they ain't taking it back to the car. I was like, what you mean they ain't take the keys back to the car? That's what they said they were going to do. She was like, no, nobody told you? I was like, I'm in jail. Who the fuck's gonna tell me anything? He was like, well, I thought you would have talked to your mom. And I was like, I tried calling, can't get through to nobody. And apparently with that, they didn't recognize the Florida number, so they didn't pick up the phone.
Right.
I'm sitting there like, I thought y'all, knowing I was in jail would pick up pretty much all unknown numbers, but that,
Hey, I understand.
I understand completely too. And then, funny shit, we were in the car. My brother was like, man, why didn't you just call mom directly or whatever? I was like, I did call y'all. And then besides, I had like 3 numbers for y'all. I don't know which one's y'all's number. And my mom will say, yeah, well, I understand that because I don't even know my own number. I was like, you know what I'm saying?
But to the situation of your vehicle, sir.
Yeah, right. So I'm like, so where's my car? She was like, they towed it. I was like, they towed my car? She was like, yeah, to make sure she ain't fuck with the car, whoop-de-whoop. And I was like, okay, I no need to explain all that. As soon as you said they towed it, I understood the situation. But damn.
Yeah.
They towed my car. I was like, first thing I gotta do, I gotta get it. When I get out, we gotta get this car. She was like, we can get the car. I was like, man, you don't understand. That's how I make my money. Gotta get this car.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? That's how I get baby girl and all that shit. I gotta get this car, man. I'm like, man, hey, okay, first things first. Let's find out information about this towing shit, because I still ain't got no charge, and I got like 24 hours left. Right? So I'm like, man, that daily fee gonna kick my ass. Oh my God. So I go back to the pod. I'm sitting there like, God dang, man. I had talked to another dude earlier. He said his towing was like $270 because his car got towed apparently from his house.
Yeah.
After they pulled him over, I'm like, they towed your car from your house? He's like, hell yeah. I was like, that's that shit. That's that shit.
That's kind of petty, actually.
Right? So he was like, it's shit about $270. I was like, okay, my shit should be about $270 then, man. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. I can do $270. But damn, man. You costing me money. You costing me time right now.
Right.
I was like, probably got my face all over the internet. And
sure enough.
For all of y'all that want to find it, just Google my name, Desmond Lee Easterling. You're gonna find my mugshot. I might post it somewhere for people to see. And the funny thing about it, I think it puts egg on their face. I don't mean want to put no organization out there like that. But under my charges, it says charges unknown. So you booked a black man looking like me on charges unknown.
Right. No charges at all.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that flies with the public. Right? So yeah, on my way out, yeah, lo and behold, the detective, he was like, although we're letting you go, the detective determined there's a lack of evidence.
No charges are going to be pressed.
Yeah, no charges going to be, no charges on you, sir. So we're letting you go free of charge. He flipped all my paperwork, no warrants, yep, you're good to go, you're clean. It's like, what?
Got that blessing, bro.
Got all my shit on. I said immediately. Skipped hop up out of there with 10% battery power and they turn my damn phone on. I swear to God. Because when I use my phone, I turn it off. You know they make you turn your phones off. There's no way I should get my phone turned back on.
Oh, that's crazy.
He looked at me dead in my face and said, hey, I think your phone's on. I feel it vibrating. What you mean my phone's on? Who turned my phone on? It had 24% left when I turned it off. I get it back, it's 10% left. Come on, man. Why y'all doing this to me?
Told you, man. Fishing for evidence, bro.
They probably do that to everybody now. I think about it now. I got to walk this store, try to find a charger, try to get a ride and stuff. They make you know what? They make you use that phone on that way out.
That, or as I said,
because they record them calls, all them calls that come through that motherfucker. So you do some stupid shit on that phone call on the way out.
That, or like that, and also like I said, they're trying to get information, man. They're trying to pull up your phone, trying to pull up messages, see if they can unlock your phone. That's why your phone was on, sir.
Man,
they got it in their possession. It's basically evidence. Someone's doing an illegal search of property. I'm not supposed to do that.
That's what I feel.
Not supposed to do that.
Man. That's what I said, man. I even told them in the cell. I can almost guarantee I'm on somebody's list somewhere.
Yeah.
And I still do the podcast. Talk about shit like that right there, man.
But I want to talk about real quick about the tow yard.
Who?
The tow yard. So later that night.
Hold on.
The tow yard.
Do we want to get to the tow yard yet? Hold on.
I mean, we still got time.
Hold on, I'm trying to see if we missing anything.
Nah,
well, you know they take TV shots?
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They test you for TV now.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mind you, that took me about 30
minutes.
minutes.
Well, that makes sense. You want to make sure you're not spreading anything. That kind of
so it took me about 30 minutes to get that damn shot. Not because they couldn't find my vein or nothing, but simply because I had to debate whether I wanted them to even, to prick me with a needle and do the whole thing with the blood and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why we gotta do all this?
It's understandable. So
I'm like, let me read the vial. She was cool. She let me read the vial. I'm investigating it, interrogating it. Okay, well, it says right here, date open and sign on date open. I don't see no signature on the date open. She was like, well, it's just open today. And I'm like, right, I'm just investigating it. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, so, I'm really thinking this through. Okay, so what if I don't do the shot? Well, we got to put you in quarantine for 14 days. Okay. Not bad. I get a bed and all that by myself. Cell. All right. 14 days. I'm only going to be here for 48 hours. But at worst, if a felony comes down, I could be in here for a minute. Do I really want to be by myself for 14 days? Like, not like I want to be around other guys. I got a craving to be around other guys, but do I really want to be deprived of social contact for 14 days and forgotten somewhere in quarantine? Probably not. But just to be sure, what's the contraction rate of tuberculosis in this facility?
Was she able to produce that information?
Bro, yeah. She was like, well, in the last year, I know of 2 cases of tuberculosis. But she said, really, to be honest with y'all, all I needed to hear was one.
Yep.
Like, fuck! Because tuberculosis is airborne and it's highly contagious. For those who don't know.
So it's like, oh.
So if you want to talk about COVID, no, fuck COVID. Tuberculosis is on a whole new level. Like literally being around somebody who has it, breathing in their area, you can contract it. Fuck sneezing and coughing, breathing.
Yep, it's that easy to catch. So it's like, oh, yeah, I guess I'm getting that fucking job.
Yeah. When you tell me 2 cases in the past year, yeah, okay, fuck it, yeah. And not because I might have tuberculosis or might contract it or whatnot. Well, not because of I might have it or whatnot. Because if I contract this motherfucker, I want to be able to come back and say when I came in this motherfucker, I didn't have it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So that would have been a hell of a case. Not only did you wrongfully detain me, y'all didn't charge me, and I got TB. I'm suing. I'm fucking suing.
Yeah, man. But I'm not acting a fool or none of this stuff. I'm just being very inquisitive. They're asking all kind of questions. Do you feel like you hear voices in your head? Yeah, of course I hear voices in my head. There's a lot of voices in my head right now, officer. Okay. I told him, don't worry. They're mine. Just a lot of thoughts right now. Right. Thoughts that I'm not going to vocalize. Then the nurse can ask me the same question. Like, yeah, I'm hearing multiple thoughts right now, motherfucker. God dang. Do you feel like you're in harm and danger in any way, in any shape or form? Yes. By who? The person who sent me here tonight? Okay. Understandable. Yeah. How'd you get that scratch on your face? What scratch on my face, officer? Don't know nothing about no scratch on my face. Oh, you don't? Maybe she did it. Fuck it. She did it. Okay, we'll go ahead and take pictures of that. So, apparently it was not enough evidence because the detective had got the again neighbor statement, my daughter's statement, and other neighbor statements apparently. And none of the stories corroborated her story.
There you go.
So I was told that I have up to 2 years. A warrant comes down if more evidence comes out. Essentially, basically, I took that as don't go over there starting shit.
Yep. Stay
away from over there. Because the word to my brother and my mom was, oh, he dodged a bullet.
Exactly.
Because apparently she was livid when they told her that they were not going to press charges. So the fact that you upped the ante to trying to get my daughter taken away from me and get me locked up, my assumption is if you didn't achieve your goal that way, your only other option to achieve your goal would be to, sever the cord.
Yeah.
And can't take that risk.
No, sir. At this point, when someone is plotting against you like that, yeah, you have to disengage from that person. Mm-hmm. But because unless you're trying to do some vile shit to them, yeah, no,
not at all. But yeah, again, I'm free. No charges. I didn't do it. There's nothing even to say I even did because there's no charges on my arrest, my mugshot photo. So it's crazy. But the things that led up to this situation, like I was saying last episode with the Snapchat situation, that's funny. That to me is funny. So I'll man up and say, yeah, when I met her, it was a kind of like a fling thing. We wasn't doing nothing serious.
Right.
She did end up getting pregnant, and I was very non-committal. So yeah, I still did my thing a little bit, and then I seen what it was doing to her, and I stopped. She wouldn't accept that I had stopped, so that's very frustrating in itself. But I wouldn't commit to her,
right?
Because I feel like I'm not going to commit to you just because there's a baby in the picture. Like I'll hang around you, see if there's some type of anything we can build off of. I don't see no problem with hanging out with you, watching the movie, whatnot, going to the movie together, get something to eat together. That it's cool. I guess I can kind of see how it can be perceived as building a relationship. I mean, but you have to build some type of relationship, right?
Right.
So it's that fine line, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think in hindsight, if sex hadn't been a part of it, that probably would have kept the line told, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I am a sexual human being, and she was a very sexual human being as well. So, of course, that did come in the picture. I should have been man enough to curb that, though. Like I said, I understand the whole situation. I take all of that on my shoulder, and that's something I'm gonna have to live with for a long time. I understand that, right? So I don't put it all on her.
Right.
And I've been my people yelling, "You defended her." I'm like, no, I'm not defending her. I'm taking my share of the blame. Yeah, she's done her actions based on what she feels. She made her choice to do, those actions. But where they came from, the feelings and all that bubbling up feeling, I know that bubbling up feeling,
Right.
I know that I'm the cause of that,
Right.
So, whether right or wrong, I'm the cause of that. I know that, right? So, one night, she hacks my phone. And I don't even know this had happened. I'm sitting in my car. I'm chilling. Just got done eating my probably Chick-fil-A or Whataburger or something. I get a call from one of the cats I used to work with, and he's distressed, like extremely distressed.
Uh-huh.
He's like, "Hey, Des, are you good?" I'm like, in my car, I'm looking at myself like, didn't know it's not supposed to be good. What's going on? He's like, "No, I'm just saying, are you good?" I'm like, "Yeah." Are you good? He's like, "Man, is this really you?" I'm like, "Okay, now it's getting really weird."
Right.
"Yeah, it's me, man. What's going on?" He's like, "No, I'm saying it's your Snapchat." My Snapchat? What's going on with my Snapchat? He's like, "There's this video."
Oh, God.
I had this conversation, and it didn't seem like it was you, so I had to call you. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Hold on, let me log into my Snapchat." Right? Was able to briefly log into my Snapchat, and I synced the video. And this woman had released the video. She went through my files. I don't know how she went through my phone and found these files, but I sent the video. I don't want to. Do I want to do this?
You ain't gotta say it's a very private video.
Hold on, no. I'm trying to. No, okay. I want to be open about this. I want to be honest because I'm changing my ways. I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to come clean and change my ways. So I had one video I made a while back that I sent to a lady, right? And me being the frugal person I am, I sent that same video to any lady who requested a video. Right? So it's in my repertoire, right? So she went through my repertoire and snatched that video and put it on my Snapchat. And apparently she contacted a few of the females that are on my Snapchat. So...
Can I interject for a second?
Go ahead.
All right. So not only was that video on Snapchat, it was also on your IG.
Oh, yeah.
A bunch of the homies were sent that video in DMs. And it was put on your Instagram stories. It was crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know where it's all at, to be quite honest with you.
I remember getting a DM and I'm thinking you're just messaging me something, and I go to see the file because it doesn't open up all the way. And it's like, oh, whoa, what the fuck? I decided I wasn't going to say anything because I figured since I knew your situation, somebody got a hold of your phone and sent this out. Mm-hmm. And then when I seen it on your story, like for the public, I knew, okay, yeah, this was on purpose.
And then let me interject on that from him. I appreciate all my peoples that really know me. Because I'll tell y'all out there, everybody who really knows me, Even people who only knew me for like 6 months were calling me and were like, nah, bro, this ain't you. Who is fucking with your shit? We about ready to beat this bitch up. I'm telling you. People, I don't know. They just knew. But go ahead.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say anything about it. Will called me about it later on and was like, bro, did you get that? I did. Yo, what the fuck? We kind of talked about it for a bit. I was like, look, bro, I wasn't going to talk to anyone about it because, like, that was some wild ass shit. I wasn't going to bring it up. And he was like, nah, man, we gotta talk to Dad to see what the fuck is going on, bro. So then, yeah, we ended up talking to you about it later on.
Yeah, I think I did talk to y'all briefly.
Yeah, we talked about it. The hell
I got done with my coworker and I put his words to rest because there was some advances made on him. Then I think y'all called. Yeah, and then Leonard was it was the group chat call.
Yeah,
that's what it was. And then we figured we kicked that old profile out and all that. Then
that's when you made the new profile.
Yeah, made a new profile. And then I think Leonard called me personally or individually after that. Then all of a sudden my phone starts blowing up from one of the chicks I'm cool with. And I'm like, hold on. So I answer the phone or whatnot. She's like, I'm 15 minutes down the road. I'm like, okay. She was like, I'll be there in a second. I was like, initially in my mind, I'm like, bet. Don't know what's going on, but cool. Right? I'm like, I could play this off, right? I could. But no, I couldn't do it under them circumstances, right?
Right.
So she gets there. She's like, hey, what's up? How you doing? I'm like, hey, how you doing? I don't know what's going on. I understand my shit was hacked and you might have been talking to somebody who said some crazy ass shit. Type shit, right? She was like, oh, word? I'm like, unfortunately, yes.
Right.
Right? But I'm so glad you showed up for me. Right? Talk about backfire, bro. So she was upset at my baby mama because apparently she was I don't know what she had planned. She looked good. I know where my mind went.
Right.
But yeah, I said none of these circumstances I couldn't do nothing like that. And she had called an Uber and she was like, well, your baby mama needs to reimburse me this money. Yeah. I was like, oh, I understand that situation.
Right.
So, got to man up that situation. I sent her the money. Left it at that. You don't have to bring that up to the baby mama. That's water under the bridge.
Right.
Right. Maybe 30 minutes after that, like I'm just laying my head down, like, man, I can't believe this chick try to send some shit my way and fuck around send some shit my way, right?
Right.
So get another call. Hey, I'm outside. I'm like, outside? I'm like, what? So I go outside, I'm looking, I'm like, I don't see nobody. Where you at? She's like, right over here. I'm like, nah, I don't see no car over there, man. Who is this? I'm thinking it's the baby mama. Like, so you trying to pull this Boys in the Hood drive-by type shit? What's going on? Baby D type shit? What's going on, right? So, I'm asking who the name is, right? And she using this other name. I'm like, nah, this don't sound right. So I finally see what it is. I'm like, oh, I know who it is. And I'm like, oh, right. Man. She sent you over here, too. I'm sitting there like, and she walks up. She's like, "Hey," and she's about ready to walk in the house. I'm like, "Hey, look, I'm glad you showed up, but let me be real with you." She's like, "What's up?" I said, "You the second one that showed up tonight." She's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, like, what? Like, what's the text that you got over here? And God apparently didn't have me for a while because like right when that question started happening, bloop bloop, the baby mama. This you right here. I'm like, how's that? Can't be me. I'm sitting right in front of you. She was like, fuck, what the fuck? She said, oh no, this bitch crazy. I was like, man. So she peeping the game. She was like, she said, bitch, you crazy. You know, you fucked up. You didn't sit me over here and I'm about to do some things to him.
Oh, shit.
No response after that. I was just like, man. Under the right circumstances, right?
Right.
But can't do it. I let her explain the situation to her. She explained to me that her baby daddy had put her through the same situation.
Yeah.
And I was like, this shit wild. So I was like, yeah, man, I'll holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Had her go on her way.
Right.
That shit, man. And then she gonna say, I didn't do that.
That's crazy.
You didn't do that? One of the other hoes must have did that. Oh, really? One of my other hoes must have did that. That's crazy. That's crazy. 38 years old. Ain't never had that shit happen in my life.
Right.
But one of my other hoes did that.
Apparently, bro.
It's wild.
Apparently she's innocent. But, I gotta talk about the shit at the fucking lot, man. So...
Oh, yeah.
Des hits me up. I'm chilling with Will.
Picking up the car.
We gotta go pick up his car. So we get to the tow yard, he pays the fee, we fill out the paperwork and whatnot. We go looking for the car, we find the car.
Hold on, let me interject that. Now, mind you, I called to get information on the car. They tell me it's gonna be like $280, like $20 a night to hold it or whatever. And it's gonna go up another $20 by midnight. You gotta have, if you pay cash, you have the exact amount and all that. So I'm like, no worries, I got this shit. Let's put it on my card, right? I was like, okay, what do I need to pick it up? Because she stole my wallet. I don't have my identification in it. She was like, oh, you don't have your identification? I was like, nah, I don't have my driver's license, none of that. She was like, well, you're going to need your VIN number or your license plate number. I was like, those are literally both the things that are on the car that I need to get what you need for the information for me to get what I need. We're in circular reasoning now. And there's no exit. So how do we resolve this, man? She's like, well, let me call my manager and I'll see what we can do. So I'm like, bet. So she calls me back and is like, well, yeah, we're going to need that VIN number or that license plate number. I was like, oh. And I told you, God got my back, bro. The fact that my room is a mess is a treasure and also a disturbance. Because I look over to my left and I realize that I just got an oil change.
Right.
I'm scanning in on my receipts. That's a receipt. That fucker is in my room. As a matter of fact, it's right here. I was like, ma'am, I have my license plate number and my VIN number.
Right.
We'll be there shortly.
There you go.
So yeah, we take the road right there. I'm gonna let you do that.
We take the ride down. He tells us the whole story about what happened with the lockup situation. We get to the lot. We do all the paperwork and everything. We go to find the car. We find the car. And so him and Will get in the car. And they start the car up. And then they go to put it in gear. Car won't move.
Guess where they put my car?
They put your car... Okay, so on this tow lot, you've got a bunch of cars that are waiting for people to pay fees to get towed. And then you have the back area of the lot where they have stuff for auction. Mm-hmm. Obviously, where people haven't been able to tow fees. Then they have another part where stuff is for auctions. And it's called the fatality lot. And these are cars where people have died in accidents and they've towed the cars. And now they're just, for sale for either parts or somebody wants to pick it up and fix her up. This is where they had my boy Dez's car parked.
They had my car wrapped up in the fatality lot. And they had, because they didn't have the keys, once Will had gotten in the car and we realized the gears been shifting, we were initially we were like, man, the transmission is out. And I was like, ain't no way in hell this transmission out. I drove this motherfucker from Killeen to Temple. That motherfucker went out a long time ago. Now we realized, okay, I know what he had to do. He had to unlatch the transmission in order to get the motherfucker to move. So I was like, okay, we just got to find out what he did. So the dude spent maybe 15 minutes trying to get the guy on the phone. Maybe about another 15 minutes trying to get the piece back onto the latch. Then when he leaves to go get his tools, I get my flashlight. I look into there, look down into the car, the hood, and I see, oh, okay, this is the problem. There's a little plastic piece, a rubber piece, that makes the connector or helps the connector stay on put as opposed to slipping on and off, right? So I move one of my filters, I believe, out the way so I can get my hand in there real good. I'm not saying that the tow guy should be a mechanic or nothing, but I'll say I outdid him.
Yeah. I mean, you
sure.
knew what to look for.
Yeah, but I spotted it before he spotted it. So in that vein, yeah, that too, right? So I put the thing back on, and he finally pulls back up, and he's like, "Oh, you guys got it?" I was like, "Well, we're about to see." Will turns the car on, goes backwards, boom, we're in gear, baby. He said, "Well, thank you. You guys did a great job." And he was like, I'm gonna take care of you guys. Don't know what he meant by that, but yeah, he said it.
I will say this: he most likely, I mean, you're probably not going to get a refund, obviously, but he's probably going to get in that dude's ass. Like, bro, what the fuck are you thinking? Not putting the fucking linkage back on after taking it off when you fucking put the car out, or at least letting us know you unhooked it,
Right?
You know, because that's kind of ridiculous to do that.
So yeah, after sleeping in a cell on a metal bench for 2 days, again, my shoulders hurt, my neck's cramped up, my toes hurt, especially my toe that broke. My hips hurt. I got hip pointers now. Never thought I'd have hip pointers. I have to get these motherfuckers off me. I'm just beat the fuck. They might as well beat me with batons, man. I'm beat the fuck up right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't even know ibuprofen, and part of it because I was cold. I'm not good in the cold. I can't recoup fast in the cold, man.
I mean, like you said, you've got metal in your joints now, and that makes it worse when you get that cold weather.
Man. Then I didn't eat the food really. They kept bringing us cold shit.
It probably wasn't very good. I'm gonna let you know. Probably wasn't.
Man, they brought chicken nuggets. I was like, oh, okay, something I can eat. Bet I can eat some chicken nuggets. Touched the chicken nugget. I was like, this shit's below room temperature, man. This shit cold, man. I can't. I need commissary.
I'll tell you this, and I remember an inmate telling me this, and a couple of officers. Whenever we had lockdowns, we'd always say the same thing. Bro, if you're gonna eat anything, the safest thing you can eat is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Because you know damn well that's almost impossible to fuck up.
Add some of the pineapples.
So if you can get that, go for it. And I tell you what, every time we had a lockdown, that's pretty much what I would be eating. So take that as you can, as you want. But if you're ever locked up, PB&J, man, save your life.
Man, a lot of good stories in there, man.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. But I think we're getting close to wrapping up.
We talked philosophy in there.
Oh man, that was some nice conversation. That's good shit,
bro. Yeah,
it'd be like that though, man. It'd be like that. I done had a bunch of just real good conversations with dudes that was locked up, man.
Maybe start to miss the conversation in a minute. Then it got to the point where I was one of the. I guess I was the old head in the pod because everybody in the pod at some point that had got there before me was gone. And mind you, I'm the 48-hour guy, so
Yeah.
I'm seeing people come and go at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh yeah, you was here after me. Oh yeah, you got here after me too. Matter of fact, all y'all got here after me.
Yeah.
Man. Oh shit.
I think it's a good spot,
Man.
to wrap it up.
Yeah. Y'all hear it? We getting tired over here, getting a little drowsy.
Nothing really much more to say about the situation.
I got more story to tell about this, but it's definitely a good part 1 and part 2. I might have about 6 parts of this. Me and Mike have been pre-planning this.
Yeah.
I've been telling y'all that it's coming, and I figured after this last scenario, they had to come. It's time. It's time you guys hear it.
Right.
And the rest of the crew that we've got the dramas, they're gonna be. We don't particularly like to do drama. We're just gonna be sharing our experiences though,
Right.
Because it don't make no damn sense.
So look out in the future. There's probably going to be a very former partners centric episode or episodes. There are quite a few people in our group that have stories to tell that they might want to share whenever we can get those down. Can't really lock down a date, unfortunately, but expect that in the future. You're gonna hear some wild shit, most likely.
Might have to call this shit the Descapades.
That's a good one. That's way better than mine. I like that. The Descapades.
Then part 2 will be Descapades, the Arraignment. Yeah, we doing that.
Descapades 2, the Arraignment.
Starring Steven Seagal.
Oh my God,
It
bro.
sounds like some Steven Seagal shit.
Oh my goodness.
What are you guys doing here?
Look, this is what's gonna happen. You can either give up, or I'm gonna bring a bone in your body.
Man. Steven fucking Seagal, bro.
My Lord.
Well, yeah. So what did we do? Did we do tags at the beginning of this one?
At the beginning, yes, we did.
On this one?
Not this one, but
this
on
one?
part 1 we did tags and we shouted out pretty much the whole crew. But I think we can limit it to ourselves for the end. I don't think we need to shout out everybody.
Because we only got like 9 minutes left. I think last one took like 15 minutes. It's crazy.
We literally shouted out the entire crew on that one. That was nice though.
Oh man, I should have split this somehow. Maybe I'll have to find a way to split this because I got to put the ad in there. Matter of fact, or we can put the ad in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hurry up and wrap this up. I was going to drop that ad in.
That no, we already recorded the ad.
Oh, I thought you were going to drop it.
Yeah, that's what we're doing now. We're recording ads now, baby. So I can just drop them things.
Okay.
Anyway,
Do
your ads already recorded, man. So boom, we're doing the editing later on and get the ad up in there, man. I said we will be having the videos coming soon. Oh, since we didn't do the call in, I should record some video tonight. Silly me.
Man, can we just do some
You
bullshit?
got a phone too. You could have pulled up the Instagram and everything.
Yeah, I could have.
Man, I might have to give you a password to the Instagram page for the want to talk about it. Make some more administrators. We're gonna figure all this out, man.
Yeah.
It's a development process. Hopefully, we can get this thing built up. I can get everybody paid.
That'd be cool too, man.
Or I can get something going on the outside, get everybody paid. I was thinking about starting off small. I really was thinking about a team brunch, a team lunch, or some shit like that.
That'd be fun.
So we can start, formally working on like the direction of the shit.
Yeah. Actually get everyone together in front of each other. Because unfortunately, it's only been like maybe 3 or 4 of us at once in one place.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just been that swapping out 1 or 2 people here and there.
Yeah, which is actually I think is good.
Which is fine.
Show. Yeah.
But it would be good if we could get everyone together at least one time.
Yeah.
Just kind of share ideas, bounce stuff
once a
off
month,
each other.
stuff like that. I do. This is my brainchild, of course, but I always intended it to be
Group thing.
Yeah.
The
teamwork, the
exactly.
cooperation, the relations behind it. I think that's what really has driven it to this point. I mean, I didn't think we'd have, honestly, we had 113 listens since March. I didn't think we'd do that, to be quite honest with you.
I appreciate it for a couple of reasons. One of them very, is a more selfish reason. I had been wanting to record a podcast for my own, and that didn't fall through. The person who would have been my co-host moved, and they're out of state, and I can almost never get anything scheduled with them, so that was kind of a bust. And I expressed to you how I'd wanted to be doing some kind of work this year, creatively, outside of just streaming, and so that was really nice, because that was definitely on my bucket list. And then number two, like you were just saying, as far as the group everything, I'm glad we're getting to do that, because there was a lot of stuff musically that we were supposed to do as a group, crew, and that just really did not fall through for a multitude of reasons. I'm not going to talk about that here. A lot of it is very personal stuff, and it's good to see something we're doing creatively where everyone can participate as a group, and invest time in and kind of work towards making it succeed. So we didn't do it that way. We're doing it this way. It's really nice.
We are going to get the music back up in here too. Definitely got to get this. Oh man, we got to develop. We got to develop a music episode. We're going to talk about all this shit.
Definitely.
I've been meaning to get a whiteboard so we can write this shit down.
Yeah, definitely want to do a music episode and get all the rapper and producer homies in here.
But yeah, it's your boy Dez, the Lime Warrior, also Karmic Dez 85 on Instagram
85, yes.
and TikTok. Got some stuff there for you there. And I'm signing off at that.
And you can find me, D-Hook, at the Retro Gaming Dojo on all my social platforms. Search up pretty much everything, you'll find me. Except on the stuff I'm not on.
And on that note, folks, you have a good one. Be safe.
Bong bong. Diversify your buns.
Remember, diffuse the situation as best you can. Don't put your hands on her.
Or him. Because it's not just for the men. For the women too. Don't step out of line. Because you also could get locked up.
Yeah.
It can happen.
Oh man. I guess I'll finish that on part 3 of the Descapades. You've just listened to the Descapades Arraignment.
The Arraignment. In theaters this summer.
Be prepared next summer for Descapades 3. The release.
Ooh! That's fire right there, baby.
Coming to a podcast near you. Y'all have a good one.